what kind of clothes I would and would not buy for my newborn next time after being a mom for 2 months. I was lucky to get a lot of clothes from friends and family, which meant I got to try all sorts of brands and style. And honestly, in the end, some of those clothes were barely worn even once. So the bodysuits with the narrow neck openings became a no-go for us very quickly, since my baby hated having clothes pulled over her face, and getting this on was always a struggle. Wide and stretchy necklines are just a lot better, and they can also be pulled on either over the head or up from the feet. Most of our bodysuits ended up being used as an extra layer under the onesies, so compared to short-sleeved ones, the long-sleeve ones were much harder to get on and off. In the end, we mostly preferred the short sleeve and no sleeve bodysuits. The onesies are also apparently all so much different, and we prefer the ones with the zip on the side, because otherwise sometimes the zip can be not very comfortable on the stomach when they are on their tummy. Also, some of those are a lot more stretchy and easier to get on, whereas other ones with the very narrow and not stretchy sleeves were really hard to put on. In addition, some of the snaps and buttons on the back can be also not very comfortable for the baby to lie on the back, so I would avoid this as well. Another one about the onesies. Apart from the zipped ones, we actually like the snaps as well. Apparently it was actually a lot easier to just put the baby on it and just clip the onesie on top of the legs or the body of the baby. And you don't need to squeeze your baby's feet and leg in one of these separate clothing like sweatshirts and just pants. I honestly think it's not really comfortable for the newborns at all, and I prefer this for the more grown-up baby. But if you do buy the separate ones, please make sure that your pants waistbands are not very tight, because some of this that we got were actually too tight and we didn't really wear them at all. Make sure the other parts are not too tight as well, because apparently these pants are good in the waistband but not as good in this part of the pants. Regarding the sweatshirts, these were actually fine, so I would prefer the sweaters with the buttons in the middle. And with this one, the problem was these buttons on the back, because they were actually impossible to connect and to actually close. For some reason, maybe there's just too much clothing in between. So just make sure you can easily close and open the buttons and that they're not too tight, just so the baby also is comfortable when lying on their back. So the sweatshirt with these buttons on the side are actually a lot better, because they don't really make baby's life uncomfortable on the back and on the tummy. Also, apparently the bibs were very useful and handy. I didn't realize it until my baby started to burp and vomit a lot. And also these hats were perfect for after shower time. It was really cold outside when we got the baby out of the bath, and these were really useful, especially if your baby has a lot of hair.